everybody. How are you? Hope you're having a good day. As you can see, Queen Booger is directly behind me. Booger, Booger, Booger. Hey, Boogs. She decided she wanted to hop on up here and say hello to me and say hello to everybody else and also scratch up my computer chair because that's what she does. Even though she's got a scratching post. Ow! 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 Ow. Now you guys know why I call her Booger. Because she's, ow. Ma'am, that hurts. Ma'am. See, this is why I call her Booger. She's got a spicy side. She lets out sometimes. Even though she's 10 years old, she's still spicy. Ow. What are you doing to me? Ma'am. Okay. So, how are you guys doing? I'm getting bit up and scratched and everything from my cat. She's giving me the love bites. So I am here to react to Chantal's latest live stream. She went out, she fed the cat, she annoyed Salah. He wasn't there at the apartment when she first started the live stream, but I guess she texted him or called him or something and he came over. He did not sound like he was on board with the idea of going out late at night to feed the cats. He sounded rather ticked off, actually. And he was not happy about spending time around Chantal just to feed the cats. Anyway, so she is in a bit of a grumpy mood. I was watching another reactor just to get an idea of what was going on, see what the mood was, see if there was anything worth talking about. She did a video before that, a mukbang. The thumbnail said how I went broke. And she put that on purpose as a sort of clickbait. She wanted people to watch, like explaining how she went broke. Chantal, those of us in girl world have been watching you for a minute. We know how you went broke. We saw it go down in real time. You were making all kinds of money during Crackhead Olympics. I think there was a couple of months, especially, I think it was during the winter months, you were pulling in 20 grand, 30 grand a month. If you had just screwed your head on straight, you could have gotten everything you needed paid for. Just you had taken care of a lot of your debt just within a few months. But your money went for all the wrong things. It went for the food you were eating, taking care of Natter, taking care of his bills, your bills, going to dispensary, going to expensive motels, taking Nads out to eat. It went everywhere except where it really needed to go. And you were under the assumption that even though at that time you were making really good money due to the fact that you were constantly live streaming, I guess in your mind, you assumed that the money would be there like that all the time. And it wasn't, because after Crackhead Olympics, the money started to dip and dip and dip. And it's just gotten progressively worse. And now you're at a place where things are not so good. Things are definitely not good. And there are tells that things are not good because you're putting cameo ads at the beginning and the end of your videos. You're making posts saying, hey, if you want me to insult somebody, I'll do a cameo about that too. You also said you were not going to celebrate Valentine's Day, yet you're offering Valentine's Day cameos for people. You're coming online and asking your viewers for money to feed cats, even though it's not that expensive. You're reaching for any idea on how to get money in hand immediately, because today is the 13th. Payday is not for another week. So like we're in the long home stretch of the week before payday, and I'm sure money is very, very tight. So the desperation is real. It is absolutely real. Like you're looking for any way to make money. You're exhausting every idea, and it's puts you kind of in a desperate place. So also, guys, something interesting. I heard that Foodie mentioned some stuff having to do with Neo Tarot's readings. I believe that she saw Neo Tarot's readings on her recently. the video that Neo did on Foodie, and also the one on Salah. And she was in a mood about that. So I'm hoping in this react that I can kind of come across that part. We're going to admit all the boring parts. As a matter of fact, we're not starting at the beginning of her live. I've just, I want to skip through the yada, 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 blah, blah, blah parts. So we're starting in about 23 minutes in to cut out the blah, blah, blah parts, because who needs that? I don't want to bore you guys to death. Also, we're going to be doing the Twitter peeps. So how about we get into it? Let's get into the Twitter peeps. Okay, guys, it's time for the Twitter peeps. I don't think there's a whole lot of stuff, but there is some stuff. Let me make sure words. Let me make sure that I am where I need to be. Yes, I am. Good. Okay, so for those of you that are on the Bird app and you want to follow me on the Bird app, there's my handle, Wild Girl Sarah. Let's start here with a post courtesy of Narky. Narky says the Joneses are a fictitious family that everyone's trying to emulate. They have a big house, new cars, designer clothes, and bags. You didn't go broke trying to keep up with the Joneses. You went broke catering to your addictions. You're not normal. Stop the BS. Yeah, so I guess in the mukbang, she mentioned keeping up with the Joneses. That's not how it went down. She wasn't trying to keep up the image of a larger than life lifestyle, the lifestyle of the rich and famous. She was just trying to keep up with her addictions and keep up with whatever Nads wanted, whatever he needed, paying his rent, paying his bills, paying the phone bill, buying him a new iPhone, buying him a new iPad, taking him to 5-star hotels for the weekend in Montreal, taking him out to dinner, whatever he needed, she bought him, as well as spending a tremendous amount of money on herself for the frequent trips to the dispensary, spending thousands there, thousands upon thousands of dollars spent in frequent fast food deliveries during the day. I mean, I remember many occasions that she would do delivery for just coffee. Even though she could have gone downstairs and made herself a cup of coffee, she ordered it through delivery. Yeah, just spending money on any old thing. That's how she went broke. Like, so the money she made back in the day was crazy. It burned a hole in her pocket. She just had to spend it before it burned a hole in her pocket. As soon as she got it, it was gone. Angelina Janet says Foodie Beauty uses such strong filters so often that I think she's forgotten what she really looks like. Without those heavy-duty filters, her face is the same shape as something else. So the pictures on the left are the filtered pictures. The pictures on the right are when the filters are not activated. As you can see, there's a big difference. Filtered, not filtered. Filtered, not filtered. Filtered, definitely not filtered. I mean, there's a big difference. Big difference, Foodie. You're maxing out all those filters, aren't you? Yes, you are. Chin E. Pondu says about Foodie, she writes her own card, buys her own engagement rings, writes apology notes to herself to read on live stream about getting cheated on, and says they're from Salah, sends herself super chats, reject. Yeah, all to create the illusion that he cares for her. Now, how about something positive, y'all? This is really beautiful. I love the aesthetics. This is from Science Girl, rose tea served in Japan. Now, at first, I thought what was in the glass was like an apple, but that's an actual rose. That's an actual really rare rose. That's from a rose plant. Isn't that gorgeous? So it's a really rare type of rose, and it's used to make rose tea. I would love a cup of rose tea. See how it would taste. I think it'd be very unique. Valgal says subs growing. So Foodie is claiming that her subs have been growing. I keep checking her number of subs. I don't see an increase at all. What do you mean the subs are growing, Foodie? How can they be growing? No, ma'am, they're not growing. The number has not changed at all. This is from Yog. An 85-year-old diver and this fish have been best friends for more than 30 years after he nursed her back to health. And as you can see, the fish is acting like a puppy. Say, give me my treat. Break open that shell and give me my treat. I believe, what kind of fish is that? Is that a sunfish? Or is it a parrotfish? I think it's a parrotfish. It's got a very unique face, doesn't it? But it's just cool that the fish obviously knows the man and trusts the man. Mo translates says Salah's door was locked on the last live stream because it was just locked that one time by accident because of the missing door handle. So a lot of people have pointed out, and credit to No Madness Life, she caught this, that the camera was slanted over at the door. And if you zoom in and if you slow it down, you can see that Foodie is standing at the door for quite a while. And then the can opener in question wasn't a can opener at all. She said he needed a can opener. Foodie, why would Salah need a can opener in his bedroom? And he's a grown man. He can't come out of his room and go to the kitchen and get the can opener. He's got two legs, they work. Why could he just walk to the kitchen and get a can opener? Why not? Why does he need you to bring him a can opener to his bedroom? Does he have canned goods in there? But you stood at the door for well over 30 seconds. It took him a while to unlock the door. But if there was an absence of a door handle, how could he open the door himself? The math ain't mathin'. So let's watch the clip.
What locked room? Little special. Well, he got locked in accident. There's a missing handle. So whenever I'm doing video, like a mukbang or something, he'll shut it. But it doesn't usually shut all the way. But this time it like shut and it like he couldn't open it. So I don't know how he got it open. But
Chantal, I'm just gonna say it. I think there's been a lot of breakdown between you and Salah. I think he's tired of the facade. I think he's over this whole situation. Like, things between the two of you have worn extremely thin. He's tired of the pretend. And now it's more of a roommate situation. He has his room, you have your room. And I feel he locks his door because of you being a bit of a sticky finger thief. You got a history of going into people's rooms and taking things out of their rooms. In the past, you've taken Salah's phone. You've taken his wallet. You've taken his money. And in the newest live stream, there's a part that I'm not going to show where you went into his room and you were taking some food out of there, which is something you did to Pete's as well. Isn't it something that you've lived with two men? You live with Pete's, you live with Salah. In both situations, both men have their own rooms. But Pete's figured out pretty quickly that if there was any special foods for himself, any snack foods, the best thing that he could do is put them in his room with him. That was the safest place for them, because if you had access to them, they were gone. But on more than one occasion with Pete's, you would wait till he was asleep and then sneak into his room and grab his stuff. There was one live stream you did where he was asleep. You grabbed his bag of M&Ms, and then you came in your room and you were shoveling the M&Ms by the handful in your mouth. Pete's woke up, saw that his stuff was gone, came into your room while you were live, and just took the bag back. He was mad that you came into his room and you were essentially stealing his stuff, and he took back what was left of the M&Ms, which you ate quite a bit before that happened. And now we have Salah. Salah's basically locked himself in his room, and he's putting stuff in there that he don't want you to touch because you're such a thief. You just can't be respectful and keep your hands off of other people's stuff. You would have an absolute fit if somebody took your stuff, but you have no problem helping yourself to what belongs to everybody else. And you wonder why you're alone. You wonder why no one wants to spend time around you, because you have no decency and respect for things that do not belong to you.
He locked me out. Of course they're going to say that. It's so stupid.
No, it's not stupid. He doesn't want to spend time around you. And if things are toxic between the two of you, if he doesn't like your energy, if he doesn't want to spend time around you, he's treating his room as a space that you can't come into, that he can be away from you. He can have some solace, he can have some peace, and you cannot enter. So to keep you out of his peaceful space, he's locking the door. He is shutting himself in. He doesn't want you a part of it. I mean, if you're living together, you got 3/4 of the house, and he just has his room. So I bet dimes to donuts that he spends a lot of time in his room, doesn't he? If he's not out talking to people away from you, if he's in the house, he's in that room, and he does not want to come out. He wants nothing to do with you. He doesn't enjoy your company. He avoids it whenever possible. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. He is over this whole arrangement. He wants it over. You need to go home. This thing has broken all the way down. It's time to go home. It's time to go. Don't look at Salah as a possession and, oh, I paid for him, therefore he belongs to me. He's a person. You can't own a person. He's unhappy. You're unhappy. Stop being a control freak. Let go of the control. Go home. Find some happiness. Let him find some happiness. It makes no sense to hold on to this. It really doesn't. On no level does it make sense. Just let it go. Let it go. Let him go. Just, you are putting off the inevitable, but you can't put it off forever. Okay, and this tweet from me. Hey, everybody, please check out Sunburst Tarot Reading on how Foodie feels about tarot readers and the readings we do on her excellent video. Absolutely. And this is courtesy of Sunburst Tarot. Sunburst Tarot did a wonderful reading on Foodie and how she feels about the tarot readers doing readings on her. The different readers, including myself. Spoiler, she don't like none of us. We're finding out things too fast. We are ticking her off. We are the uncontrolled narrative that she can't control. She don't like it. She don't like it. Really great reading. I did a react to that video already, but I'm going to wait a while to release it out of respect for Sunburst Tarot. I want you guys to go watch her first. But absolutely excellent reading on the tarot community and how Foodie feels about the tarot community and the different tarot readers in it. Ash Renee says, imagine being so insecure about another girl and your ex, Pete's, that years later you are bashing her appearance online just because she was skinny. No sane and happy, fulfilled person does this. Let's watch the clip.
Imagine if Pete's got with that cute goth girl instead.
Yeah, sliding door moment. What if Pete's had gotten together with Ashley instead of Foodie? Would his life be a lot different? Would he be a lot happier, a lot more fulfilled, a lot more confident? I don't know. It's just one of those things of like the what if that could have happened.
I don't know why. Maybe his life would have been worse just because she's.
You know what? I disagree. I strongly disagree. I strongly disagree that Ashley would have been worse than you. It can't get worse than you, Foodie. You're a liar. You're manipulative. You're a cheater. You bully people. How much worse could it get? How much worse could it get? You should be ashamed of yourself. You basically pushed your way into that man's life because you could. You pushed your way into it. You bullied him. You pushed him around. You cheated on him. You left him in debt. You made him miserable for what? At the end, you didn't even stay with him. You weren't faithful. You weren't loyal. You used him like a doormat, and you've been wiping your dirty funkle feet on him ever since. Not that I like Pete's. I don't like Pete's. Don't like him because of the things he did at BBJ. But right is right and wrong is wrong. And you've done wrong to Pete's. You've done a lot of wrong. You did wrong to him. And in the end, you went running off to other men. Shame on you.
Actually, she wasn't really pretty. She was very plain, and like she was just very skinny. So
not you hating on skinny people. At the same time, deep down, Foodie, you wish to be of a smaller size. You wish that there was something somewhere, some magic pill, some wishing well, something that you could partake of or go to, and you could just snap your fingers and you would be of a smaller size. If that were possible, you'd be all about that life. So you covet. You covet what you see and what you want, and that creates a sense of envy and jealousy in your soul. And I'm going to go further with it. I think if there were a way that if you could become smaller overnight, let's just say, boom, you've lost 300 pounds overnight. If there was a magic pill, magic wand, magic something, you lost 300 pounds, you're down to say 200 pounds or 150 pounds. I know what would happen. Because of you being of a bigger size for so long, if you could be a smaller size immediately, would it give you a more understanding, empathic point of view when it came to people of a bigger size? Would you sympathize? Would you feel for them? Would you make friends with people and go, you're obese. I was once there. I understand where you're coming from. No. No, that ain't you. You would be more of a nightmare. You're already narcissistic. You would be 1,000 times worse if you were smaller. You would be that person that you would get smaller, and as you got smaller, you would turn your confidence into an evil thing. Like you become much nastier with it. You'd be one of those people that you were super morbidly obese, and then you got smaller, and then if you saw someone of a bigger size, you would hate on them. You would fat shame. And I'll die on that hill all day long. I'll roast marshmallows on it first, but I will die on that hill. You would not be someone of a bigger size that once you got smaller, it would give you more of a broader worldview of what it is to be a bigger person, and it would make you a better person, more humble, more understanding. You would take it in an evil direction. You would. Look how much you're hating on skinny people, on a complete stranger, for no reason, years later.
I was like really, really, Bae, I love you, Bae. Are you locking me out of the room so I don't eat your snacks? Look what I got you, babe.
He looks at that as being funny. Are you locking me out of the room so I won't eat your snacks? You're proud of being a thief. You're proud of taking somebody else's food. You're proud of being untrustworthy. You're proud of that. You're really proud of that. It ain't cute. It's not cute at all.
You better get them now before. Can I come give them to you before I eat one? Because I'm hungry. Can I have one?
You got them in your hand. You're telling him you're hungry. You're doing this on purpose. You're putting on the pressure. These snacks are yours. They're in my hand. I'm hungry. Can I have one? You're putting him in a position of, well, I can go and get my snacks back, but she's got them in her hand and she's hungry. And if I don't let her have the snacks, more than likely, I'm going to have to take her out and get more because she was hungry. I mean, you're putting him in that position.
Ugly people deserve love too, foo egg. Yeah, she wasn't pretty at all in the face, like whatsoever. She, very mousy, but she was skinny, so I was very insecure about that.
And there you have it. That's some of your core issues, Foodie. You are filled to the brim with envy and jealousy and insecurity. And those things bleed off into possessiveness and controlling behavior and acting like a tyrant, being overly controlling, being overly tyrannical. It drives people away. It is suffocating. As I've said before, like you are that person, you suck all the oxygen out of the room. You want all eyes on you, you want all attention on you, and nobody can do anything unless you give them the okay. How can anybody breathe around you? They can't. They got to run away from you to get some oxygen in their lungs. And you wonder why you're alone because you're through too much. Too much. Way too much. Okay, something funny from why you should have an animal. A woodpecker mistaking a mountain patrol officer for a tree. Maybe the woodpecker just wants to tell him a knock knock joke. Knock knock, who's there? Woody. Woody who? What are you taking me over to a tree so I'm not knocking on you? What the woodpecker just wants to tell a knock knock joke. That is the cutest thing ever. That is so adorable. The man must have really good energy because the woodpecker is just adoring this officer. Good on you, sir. Good on you for having that good energy. Let's see. Moving on. Two-tailed caperer says she really thinks we're all dumb. Sure, girl. He locked himself inside of a room with no door handle, but was somehow able to open it all by himself, with her just standing there completely unbothered, then close it tight so it happens again. Stupid. Yeah, we're not dumb, Foodie. The math ain't mathin'. One day you're just going to realize we're not stupid and tell us the truth. Now that would be content. That'd be something different you can give us, the truth. You've given us everything else but the doggone truth. Okay. And here's another sign that money's not so good with Chantal. This is courtesy of Shenanigans saying, huh? Foodie put up a post saying, hi, I'm going to share some old videos randomly in case any of you miss them. Sometimes older videos get buried under newer ones, especially since I upload several times a day. My subs are continuing to grow, mashallah, so maybe newcomers won't see some older videos. So people have asked the question, isn't that against TOS if she re-uploads? I don't think she's going to re-upload things. I think she's just going to unprivate things, which is not against terms of service. But money must be really tight if she's unprivating some things, just hoping to get some extra views out of it. Why don't you unprivate all of your videos, Foodie? You know, the ones you don't want your new beezers to see. All the interesting stuff, go for it. Okay. Now, y'all take a look at this cat. Post of cats. How did you customize it? So this kitty's like a tuxedo cat, like a ginger cat. It's beautiful. It is really unusual and it's spicy. But a gorgeous animal, but just unusual coloring. Absolutely unusual. You could tell that maybe dad was a tuxedo and mom was a ginger cat. What an unusual pairing. Julie says she was literally just saying that she thinks Valentine's Day is a waste of money. Now she wants people to pay her for a message. So delusional. Foodie posted this saying, do you or a loved one run around all day randomly saying beauty bite? No. You may be or know a Foodie beauty fan. Get a cameo, a personalized video from me. Valentine's Day is almost here. But you're not celebrating Valentine's Day, Foodie. You're not supposed to be celebrating it, but you'll make money on it? Okay. As you say. Rubber Crazy Troll Band says she hasn't gained any new followers, and the most she's earned this month so far has been $150. Foodie Beauty is broke. Salah better run now before he's homeless. Well, I've said this before. I think the bulk of Chantal's income is stuff off of YouTube. I think there's a possibility that she might be purposely not making a whole lot of money on YouTube because perhaps the Canadian government, who she owes tax money to for her bankruptcy, they're keeping an eye on her YouTube earnings. So she's going to put out this vibe with them of I'm not making much on YouTube. And she's hiding the bulk of her income that she's making somewhere else. Maybe through PayPal, maybe some other way, maybe somebody else's PayPal. Like she's hiding a big portion of her income by giving off the appearance to perhaps the Canadian government. Oh, I'm not making much on YouTube, not much at all. Meanwhile, there's all kinds of money coming through on PayPal or people, or the money being funneled to another PayPal account that belongs to somebody that she knows. So like she's hiding a lot of funds, I think. I feel she's hiding it. Let's see. Burgundy Rose Bunny. Hey, Bunny says, putting this right here. She received $186 in money the night of feeding the strays in Kuwait. I do not know if PayPal donations are included with this money, but whatever was donated towards the Feed the Strays in Kuwait, a large portion was used to feed her, liar and thief. Well, that's Playboard, and Playboard can only track what goes on YouTube. I know I've looked at the site before. I've showed it to you guys. So if there's anything going on PayPal, it's not going to register that. It's just going to register what's going on with YouTube, the views, the super chats. It keeps track of those stats, not of any money privately exchanged between herself and the feedies. And let's see what else we got here. Moving on. I'm just making sure I got everything before I move on to the live. Yeah, and she did this. This is the mukbang that she did that I'm not going to cover. Jolie says she's desperate for views, trying to outdo the 5 a.m. lobster mac and cheese. And everybody still talks about that to this day. 5 in the morning, lobster mac and cheese. So she's doing the 4 a.m. Alfredo. Chantal, you were up at 4 in the morning eating Alfredo, and you don't think that's bad for you? You don't think that's weird? It is. Like you and your carb cravings at night, girl. What I say, those carb cravings, they are the worst at night, and it's nighttime is bad time for you. Angelina Janae says, I'm not a Pete's fan, nor am I, but Foodie Beauty talking about what a supportive, faithful, loyal friend ex he is, yet she lied, cheated, destroyed his credit, humiliated and abandoned him during a blank episode, constantly refers to his mental illness and suspected spectrum status. I mean, yeah, she's wiped her dirty funkle feet all over him and still does. Every chance she gets. She doesn't say goodbye to the men in her life and let them live their life. She likes to keep them in her back pocket just in case she needs them. And Pete just needs to cut her off. He just needs to be done with her and stop holding on to this tiny flame of hope that she'll come back and take care of him. And and act sort of like a mommy to him. Chantal's looking for like a father figure. They both got similar issues, just slanted different ways. He wants someone to take care of him. She wants someone to take care of her. When they get together, they are both codependent on each other. They back each other up in the worst ways. It's just not a good thing. He just needs to cut the cord. Just let it go, Pete. Let it all the way go. All right, moving on. I think I went over this stuff. Hold on. Let's see. I think that's all I want to cover today as far as the Twitter stuff. I want to get on the live stream. I don't know how long we're going to stay, but as I said, we're not going to stay forever. I'll jump ahead if she starts talking about food and blah, blah, blah. But we're starting in about 23 minutes in, 23 minutes, 55 seconds. I just want to get past all the boring stuff, you know. Like I want to get to the part where she starts to get snarky and salty. That's what I'm here for. I'm not here for the food talk. I'm not a feedie. So let's get on with this, guys.
The Lloyd and Harry style cut. Banana bread is delicious. All right, let's stop being lazy and go feed some cats outside.
Yeah, people in her chat were really getting on her because she got the money to feed the cats, and she got more than $30. She wasn't talking about all the donations that she received. But she went out, threw out a couple of handfuls of food, and that was it. And it's been a week. You know, she's not going out and doing what she promised. So now her chat is like, hey, let's go out and feed the cats tonight. And look at her, Miss Animal Lover. You would think she'd be excited to go feed the cats. Yeah, let's go out and feed the cats tonight. But listen to her tone. All right, let's go feed the cats. Like she really doesn't want to do it, but she knows she has to do it because she took other people's money to go do it. She wanted the money, and she used part of the money to do her mukbangs and pay for the food. So she's got to show, hey, part of the money at least went for the cats. Like this is the backside of it. Like I got to go out and do stuff. Yeah, you got to go out and do stuff. When you take other people's money for a specific thing, you got to go do stuff.
Well, we started watching It Follows, but Salah fell asleep. So we started watching it very late, though, to be fair. And then after spending time together, he fell asleep. And I couldn't sleep. So I got up and cleaned my fan.
You did not, liar.
Clean the litter box.
No, you didn't. You didn't clean that litter box. No, you did not.
Did the floors.
Nope.
Did some dishes.
Mm-mm.
And then I still wasn't tired. So,
not you trying to act like a real wife and do some cleaning. You did not do all of that. My money is on the fact that Salah is doing that stuff. Maybe because he's tired of living in a pigsty.
Ew, you're too clever. No, they think he's in there watching porn while he locked you out. Whatever, who cares?
You care. You care. You care if he's watching adult material, although you shouldn't care because his whole online for YouTube relationship is just that. It's a fake relationship. So if somebody wants to watch adult material when the camera's turned off, they should be able to. They should be able to go to their room and watch what they want to watch if it's just your relationship is for the cameras and you ain't got nothing to say about it. He ain't doing nothing with you. We know that for certain. We know that for a fact. You even told us. You told us the two of you aren't intimate.
You're going to tell me that your men don't? You're delusional. I'm not saying he does, but whatever. I don't care. Like, what the fuck? Who cares? If it doesn't affect our love life, I don't care.
It doesn't affect it because you guys don't have a love life. You don't love each other. He doesn't love you. And honestly, you don't love him. You want to possess him, but you don't love him. Because if you loved him, then you would do the right thing and let him go. You would see that he was miserable with you, and you would go to him and say, I see that you're not happy with me. I'm not happy with you. Why don't we do this? Why don't we just call it quits? I will make arrangements to go back to Canada. I got some stuff to figure out. I don't know where I'm going to go, but let's do things calmly and sensibly and part as friends. Let's do the right thing here. Let's just call it quits. You could do that, but you won't do that. Your ego won't let you. You are terrified of girl world throwing egg on your face. You know it's coming. You're just trying to hold it off. Like, it is so important to you to uphold this false, phony image of yourself of, I'm in Kuwait and life is good and I'm so happy and my husband loves me. He does not. And no, you're not happy. No, you're not fulfilled. The unhappiness is all over you, Foodie. The more you try to hide, the more you actually reveal. Believe it or not, you're a very expressive person. That's what makes you a bad liar. You can't hold it in. You don't know how to have a poker face. You can't control all of your reactions. We can read you like a book. You know you can't live in Kuwait forever. You've been there for almost 3 years, but it's been a lot, hasn't it? But this thing is broken down. He's tired of your nonsense. And you're tired of him too. You're unhappy. Go home.
I don't think he does, but I don't think he would do that when I'm here, at least. But if so, who cares? Like, what's the big deal? Why are people speculating on private things like that? It's so weird. Get some content. Go feed some fucking cats.
Woo! See, this is what I'm here for. The spice. Give it to me. Give me the spice. Give it to me.
Let me guess. Yabba said that. What do you think Sam is doing when you're not watching me in my cat pajamas and flicking? So get out of here.
Ew. Why are you talking like that as a Muslim woman? Ma'am, the dirtiness coming out of your mouth. Do you have soap? You know, wash your mouth out with soap talking like that.
That's true, Big Korean. It is banned. It is a gross thing. It's just stupid. Like, so what? Like, men will be men. Like, FF Gun, another loser with nothing to talk about. Still waiting for them to talk about anything else. Years later, they have nothing.
Neither do you. Neither do you. What have you got to talk about? Honestly, what do you have to talk about? What have you been showing us? Not much.
Yeah. Becca. Hey, Zach. Rayu, glad to see you have a lot of viewers today, Chantel. Any thoughts of memories of Vancouver? My wife and I loved our time there when traveling. Cheers. Thank you, Rayu, for the super chat. I appreciate that. Why won't it let me like it? The I really appreciate that, Rayu. Won't let me. It keeps turning my filter off. Thank you so much. I've never been to Vancouver. I want to go. But yeah. Drum, I already explained that in a video, so you can go watch it again if you want. Yeah, I haven't been to Vancouver. I have to visit the West Coast. I am going to do an entire tour of Canada coming up in the next, well, hopefully before I die. Leonie, good morning. Could you please make my day and give No Madness a shout out? Girl will be so jealous. Oh, Leonie. No, I don't think so.
She doesn't like No Madness.
Hey, Saints number 1, Anna G. Yeah. I don't know if we're allowed to paint the walls. Vancouver's gorgeous, Zach. You've been there? Anne Marie Vogel. I haven't thought about that, no. But maybe I could. Vanessa, hello. I have no idea, bake Korean. I don't know. When do you think you will?
You know what? This is just a sidebar, side note kind of thing, Foodie. A couple of people on Twitter have noticed this, and it's very concerning that they've noticed that maybe your peripheral vision is being impaired or affected, that maybe you can see directly in front of you when it comes to like the side vision, things might be blurry. And considering what happened when you went to the beach and you mistook a couple of cans on the ground for cats, and then in this live stream, like you mistook something else for something else, it seems like your vision is really, really bad. You need to go to a doctor. You need to get your vision checked, and you need to stay your butt off the road, especially at night, because obviously something's going on with your eyes. And the reader glasses are not going to help, especially at night. Reader glasses don't help at night. They actually make the situation worse. And I know because I wear them. You see these? These are readers. If I have these on at night, it just makes things more blurry. You're wearing reader glasses or not even prescription. Don't drive at night. Don't drive, period. Don't hurt yourself or other people just because you want food. If you need food, have it delivered, but don't put yourself at risk and don't put other people at risk just because you've got a craving. Every time you go on the road, it becomes a matter of not if, but when. When something's going to happen. You got your live stream running, you're looking at the chat, you're not looking at the road, you are wedged into that seat, you can't properly turn the steering wheel because you're wedged so tight in there, you can't turn to look behind you, and if your peripheral vision is being affected, that's bad. Don't drive. Don't drive. Don't hurt other people because you want a snack.
That's up to God. I probably shouldn't be here right now, but I am, so. She doesn't deserve shout out. Or her. Yeah.
Like a couple of people on Twitter have pointed out to me that, when Foodie puts something to the side, it has trouble seeing it. That's concerning.
I'm in the process of painting my apartment. Nice. What color? I would like to paint it like a dark purple. No, not. Maybe like a nice. I don't know, actually. Hey, Samantha B. Lily, hello. Hi, Viking Warrior Princess. You got at least another 40. If I really turned my life around and became like super healthy, maybe. But I think that, hey, Richard James, I really think that it just depends. Like you could be I knew somebody who was like the healthiest person, and they ended up just like keeling over with a brain aneurysm. They were at the gym every day, super fit, super healthy. It just only God knows your time, really. It's true. Thank you, Everyday Life with Becca. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you. Really, Rosa? Oh, sorry to hear that. More than sloths. Country train bees. That's what I want to do. That one train that takes you from coast to coast. That would be so cool. Actually, I love road trips. Maybe like a van life type of thing.
No. I'm not being a negative Nancy over here. I just can't see Chantal doing the van life thing. Like living out of a van or traveling by a van. She would be entirely too uncomfortable. I don't think she could do it. I really don't think so. Like she doesn't have that gusto to take care of herself. to roll with the punches. If something goes wrong, if something gets broken or plans get changed, she can just roll with it. Like, no, van life is not for you.
I don't know. Sell the Sherry and buy a van. Thank you. Okay, I'm just going to answer this drum person because they keep asking and keep getting deleted. Which friends I talk to, if I don't want to share it, I'm not going to share it. My friend is fine. I already explained in a video what happened. You'll have to go watch it. That's it. I don't even remember everything I said. So, hey, Sweet Pea. I don't know why that's so important.
Tally Who says van life. Think twice about that. I've watched different people who they're doing the van life thing. A lot of them have to face challenges. Like it's a different way of living. It is a different way of living, and she needs far too much comfort. Like she's got to have a lot of space. She's got to have her AC. She's got to have a lot of room. It just wouldn't be good for her. Like she would spend 6 hours in a van traveling, and then she'd be crying and whining to go to a hotel. Guaranteed.
Van life, think twice about that. I don't know. I feel like it beats paying rent to just stay in one place if you want to travel the country. But it is.
But hold on a second, Foodie. You're looking, if I did the van life thing, I don't have to pay rent. Wrong. You got to pay for the car insurance. You got to pay for the gas. You got to pay for the car repairs. Anything you need. You've got to have the ability to fix something if something goes wrong or if something gets broken. Do you have that knowledge? Do you know someone that can help you with that knowledge? No, you don't have any of that.
It's probably hard, yeah. Robbed and assaulted.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care. I'll get something. I'm afraid of you. So little space, yeah, true.
Yeah.
True. A nice camper, but those are expensive, eh? Stylish.
She did not just say camper. She did not just say camper. Did she? She did. I'm laughing because Foodie, no. Not our girl in a camper. Can you imagine Foodie trying to do the camper life in a little teardrop camper? You know what? I take it back. I take it back. I think that would be fabulous content, Foodie. What a wonderful idea. That would be amazing content. That would be stellar. Foodie Beauty doing the camper life. I want to see it. Make it happen. I want to see you in a camper. I want to see you with the little bitty beds that go with a camper. What about the little bitty toilets that go with the campers? And I really want to see you deal with the black water tank. I want to see it. I want to see you deal with the black water tank. And for those that don't know, what is a black water tank? A black water tank on a camper, that's where the sewage goes. And you have to dispose of the sewage. You got to know how to dispose of it. And you got to do it in the right place. You just can't dump it on the side of the road. That's bio waste. You have to know how to deal with it. You got to make sure it doesn't get overly full. Track the levels and all that. That would be amazing content. Chantal dealing with her own poo. How karmic.
Irish Trish, hello. Some people like to make a mountain out of a molehill. I know exactly what they're asking with their questions. Like all of these questions about Salah are the same question reworded in a different way. Like, basically accusing him of cheating on me, whatever. I don't care. Think what you want. Like all that matters is how I feel about him, not the internet. So Nobody cares. You know what I mean? Hey, Buttercup. They play dumb. Exactly. Exactly, right? I'm new here. Sure. You know? The friggin' fan. Where's my cat? Okay, let me go put these wieners away and then go feed the cats. It's sad that they care. I know. Like, I'm so over anything from the past. Like, I don't know why people aren't, you know? So, there's a new. I didn't have to knock. I did as it like a. I don't know. The fuck? Why do you analyze like every little detail?
Because it matters. Because of how zealous you are about trying to sell this image of, I'm a happily married woman. I have this loving husband who loves me so much. We have this happy life in Kuwait. You try to sell us the image, but there's so many things contradicting it. The way you're behaving, the way he's behaving, the fact that the two of you don't have that couple energy. Like, it's been almost 3 years. The two of you still act like strangers. You got that stranger energy. You don't have a couple energy. There's no love energy between you. There's obviously a lot of lies going on. And all that anybody wants is the truth. And yet you won't tell the truth. You just won't, because you're so caught up in selling this fake, phony, made for YouTube story to us that we're sick of the lies. So if you won't give us the truth, we'll find out the truth one way or the other.
Like, you don't know me at all if you think that I would not be like, there's no way.
No way what?
There's a new Chinese mini mart in my neighborhood, and they sell halal beauty products and halal accessories. Nice, lovely Gwen. I hope you find some things. These people are insane. You legit seem to have been the happiest you've been in a while. They were people getting this nonsense from. I know. Did these people just barge in? I mean, his door is like never closed if I'm not online.
I bet it's closed all the time. That's like his space away from you. He wants away from you. He don't like you, Foodie. And honestly, you don't like him. Why are you continuing on with this thing? I keep asking that question. I really want to know. Just for the simple fact, I'm just trying to find something that makes sense here. What is the benefit of being in Kuwait with this man? What is the benefit of being out of your home country? The flying back and forth, the visa runs, the visa hops, paying money to renew your visa, paying money, rent on an apartment for a place you can't even keep. It's probably not even in your name. What is the point of being around a man that doesn't care about you, will never care about you, will never fall in love with you? What is the point in lying to us? What is the point of lying to yourself? What is the point of being around somebody that makes you so unhappy that you're eating yourself to oblivion? You're in Kuwait. You're not even making tons and tons of cash. You can't even look at us and say, I'm here and here is this benefit. This is what makes it all worth it. You can't show us anything. The longer you stay there, the worse things are getting. They're as bad as they've ever been. This is as miserable as you've ever been. You were happier in Canada. Why did you let that go? To chase a fantasy man? I guess you found out the fantasy wasn't as great as you thought, huh? And yet you hang on to it. And yet you won't do what you know you need to do. Well, you're making your choices over there. Have fun with that.
What? Of course, Shalios, I know that. What are you talking about? I never said obesity is healthy. Salam Sabah Al Salam Al Sabah Street. I know, Katie Kate. Laura! Let me put these wieners away. Why do people care about what's going on in her relationship? They're bored. They have nothing to talk about.
Well, you must be bored and have nothing to talk about because you're all over TikTok. You're all over Twitter with your sock accounts. You're all over YouTube with your sock accounts. You're checking out the reactions to you, and you're also checking out all the tarot readers, and they have gotten you extremely bothered. So who's the bored one, Foodie? Truly, who's the bored one here?
Cheese and chocolate fountain. Am I excited for Ramadan? Yeah. Have you people ever heard of closing the goddamn door? I knock if I go into my kid's room. It's just courtesy. Like I knock. I don't even wait for him to say come in. I knock and go in. Just like it's just like I don't know if I see a closed door. It's like whatever. I don't even think. Did I even knock? I don't know. It's not even trolling at this point. It's just creepy, obsessive mouth breathers. These are grown women, apparently happy with families and better than me. You don't see me having to rely on analyzing obsessively every detail of someone else's life. I'm too worried about my own life. Like, at least I have that. Any TV show recommended? Hi, Teardrop. Hello. Good evening. TV show From. You should watch From if you like scary shows. Hey, Ellen. There's a whole universe that has made criticizing Chantal their hobby. How sad. It's true. Everyone collecting clues, Leonie, right? They ran out of their bounty paper towels.
Okay, this comment, page 5, says people financially benefit from speculation and any all negativity that surrounds Chantal. Never once ever seen someone give you a pass or a compliment for any of the good you do. It's such nonsense. What good does she do? Please tell me. What good does she do? In fact, let's expand on that. What good has she done where she did something that strictly it was because she wanted to do it and it came from a place of goodness in her heart? There was no financial or food reward involved. Yeah, let's narrow it down. What good did she do? This whole thing of feeding strays in Kuwait. She didn't take her own money out of her own pocket and do that. What did she do? She came to y'all. She said, can you please donate some money so I can go feed the strays? Can you give me your money so I can buy a couple of cheap bags of cat food and pocket the rest of the money and use that money to buy the mukbang food and then turn around and make content and make money off of that too? Yeah, she was double dipping with those donations. She was double dipping. She got food for Julia. She got a little bit of food for the strays. She got food for herself. And she got to take those mukbang videos and make money with that. Like she played y'all. She played you guys hard. Hard. That greedy wench, she played you guys so hard. And I wouldn't call that an act of goodness. I call that doing something to get something out of it. That's not an act of goodness in my book.
Cassandra?
And can I also add to that, if Foodie did something truly good, I would give her a compliment. If she got her head screwed on straight and she got on top of her food addiction, I would compliment her on that. I would say, good job. You're getting on top of this thing. Keep fighting the good fight. I would give a compliment if it was earned and deserved. But as long as she gets on YouTube and she's monetizing her addictions and she's glorifying them, she's doing fetish content in full view of the public and all ages public. She wants to sit down and make money by getting high off food and make it seem perfectly normal. And she's looking for enablers and funders and feedies to help feed her addictions. No, I am not going to compliment that. I am not going to praise that. I am not going to hold it up high and say this is worthy of a compliment. It is not. It is wrong behavior. She wants to do fetish stuff. She wants to do stuff for the feedies. There are forums just for that purpose, adults only forums, where those who are on those forums know exactly what they're looking at. They know what they're getting themselves into and they can watch. But she's not putting this stuff where it truly belongs. She's putting it in front of people. And I'm sorry, I'm really big on consent. And if you're doing fetish content, if you're doing adult style content, even from afar, even from a distance, even audience members, spectators, people who are watching it, they have the right to be informed of what they're about to see. They got a right to be informed. And if you inform them, if you pass along the knowledge, this is what it is, this is what I'm going to do, they can give consent to watch and be a part of it, or they can walk away. But where Foodie gets it wrong is that she is bringing all kinds of fetish content on YouTube. She has brought the feety fetish, the immobilizers, the gainers. She's catered to the poo fetish guys, the fart fetish guys, coming on camera intoxicated. She's tried to bring in elements of BDSM, exhibitionism, flashing. Should I go on? Adult baby. She's done a variety of different fetishes on YouTube, all in full view of the public. All of those lives and videos, none of them age restricted. None of them. Because if she age restricted the content, she wouldn't make any money. So she just puts it out there in front of everybody, and she doesn't tell her audience that it is indeed fetish content. By not informing her audience of what is going on, she is taking the consent away. And that is wrong, Foodie. That is absolutely wrong. To put something in front of people, you're not informing them what it is, and they watch it and they don't understand, they're being exposed to it. Wrong behavior. Wrong. You're handling it wrong. Take it off of YouTube if you're going to do it.
Living caterpillar. I can't watch people who eat living things. It pisses me off. Although I'm such a hypocrite because I ate the jumping shrimp. That's true. But like, I don't know, little shrimp, who cares about them? But people who eat like live octopus pisses me off, just because like, I guess I'm biased because I love octopus. I think they're like one of the smart.
Okay, shut up, Foodie. Shh. There is a comment here I want to address. Rosa says, I understand commenting in reaction to public content, but sniping the whole live while you are live is literally stealing. First of all, Rosa, it is not stealing. It can't be considered stealing if at the same time Foodie has the content. It is not removed from her person. She still has full access to it. It is being monetized. She's still able to make money. So how can you use the term stealing if what the item is, the person still has? It's not removed from their person. Second thing, and this is important now, Foodie in the past, she's the dirty delete queen. If she does something, if she says something that she feels is going to get her in trouble, she will dirty delete it. So she may want us to wait our turn at the table, and she goes first, and then afterward we react to her. She would like for that to happen, but it's her fault if the reactors, knowing her past behavior of deleting things quickly, like, you know, when we get that spidey sense that she might do that, we have no choice. We have to react to her when things are going on. We can't wait our turn in line. We got to do it right then and there. She caused that to happen by dirty deleting so much. Like, I take it you weren't around during Crackhead Olympics, Rosa. She was the dirty delete queen. Yes, she was. Like, she knew how to play YouTube. If she said something, did something that was not YouTube approved, she would want to get on and vent and act the fool. And she knew as long as she deleted the live or the video, if people reported it, it would be gone and YouTube would not do anything to her. So a lot of people have taken the stance of, gotta react to her when she's live, because who knows? Who knows? There might be something in there that she might get rid of later. So yeah, we can't wait our turn in line sometimes, especially when she gets spicy.
Artist creatures, and they're so cute. People financially benefit from speculation and negativity that surround Chantal. Never once ever seen someone give you a pass or a compliment for any of the good you do. It's such nonsense. I know. It's because they mad.
No, it's because we see through you and we're not going to co-sign on your BS. We're not going to be your yes men. We are not going to praise your self-harm content. We are not going to praise you for bringing fetish content for YouTube where it doesn't belong. We are not going to praise you for doing this self-harm content where you're eating yourself literally into the hospital. No, ma'am. No, absolutely not. I would praise you if you did something worth praising. I am fair. I would do it. I don't like you. You are devious and you are sinister. But I will give praise where it is deserved. But first, you have to deserve it and you got to earn it. That's the way I roll, Foodie. You want praise? Do something praiseworthy. Get a hold of yourself. Get a grip on yourself. Be honest with yourself. End this crap with Salah. It makes no sense. Go home. Get yourself together. Really get yourself together. That might be praiseworthy.
Hi, stylish Irish Trish. Welcome from Bermuda. Welcome, stylish Irish. Thank you. I appreciate that. From is good, eh, Viking Warrior Princess? I understand commenting in reaction to public content, but sniping the whole live while you are live is literally stealing. Yeah, well.
No, it ain't.
I can't do anything about it, so who cares? Whatever. I have you guys. If I have a couple hundred people in my chat, I'm happy, So.
Yeah, well, you've gotten your wish. You're almost there. It drops another 100. You will have 200 people in your chat.
Like I always say, I'd rather have a couple hundred.
Yeah, I remember way back in the day. I remember way back in the day when the open chat she does now, like back in Crackhead Olympics, that was not the case. She does not like open chat. She does not like open swim. She had strictly VIB chat. She wanted to force everybody to buy a membership just to talk to her. So it was nothing but green names all the way down. There was no gray names. She does not like people talking to her for free. And now the money has dropped so much. She's so desperate for new membership signups and for views. She's opened up the chat. Maybe she realized from the reaction channels, hey, they're not locking down their chats to members only. They let everybody talk to them, and that's why they're so popular. Maybe I should do that too.
Nice people like you guys. I have like an occasional troll. I have some funny trolls, which I appreciate, like the Sabah Al Salam Street one and a few others, But I don't want thousands of hateful
lies. Chantal, you don't care who watches you. What happened? Who are you talking to? I remember, again, I sound like an old timer, way back in the day. I remember all the way back, Foodie. Like during your peak, it was your low point, but it was also your high point. It was your low point because you were just off the rails personally, but it was also your high point because you were making a lot of money, which the money fueled the low point and made it even worse. But I remember when you would have at least 1,000, 2,000 people in your chat and you didn't give a doggone about who was watching you or why. You didn't care. You didn't care if people were hate watching you or watching you because they liked you. You didn't care if the super chats came in because people didn't like you. As a matter of fact, you would purposely kick the hornet's nest to get those hate super chats, and you got a lot of them. You did. You'll purposely provoke people to get mad to the point where they weren't thinking, and they would send you the hateful super chats. You were making hundreds of dollars a night in hate super chats until people wised up and they realized that you were purposely provoking them to send you money out of hate, and they stopped doing that. But you didn't care back in the day who watched you or why. All you cared about was the numbers.
Mob mentality people. No thanks. Drama and negativity always win. Like, not in the way you think. Like, they think they win, but basically it's like people love that kind of thing. You know, they love misery. It's like I was watching somebody on TikTok live. I can't remember who. This happens a lot. Any live stream I'll watch. If they're being positive and they're just doing something normal, they don't have very many views. But the minute that something goes wrong and it's like, oh my gosh, you know, it's like, bam, the views will go up and up and up and up. That Google.
Is that why you give all the negativity? Are you afraid that if you become positive, you'll lose people in your audience? You would just gain a whole new audience. You cater to negativity in your audience. Sorry, but it's true. Like you're on the lookout for the Foodie guys. That's your main source of income is them. You're looking for those big money whales that'll pay you for Cameo stuff and Instagram stuff and PayPal stuff. That's the bulk of your money right there. Don't sit there and tell me that what you make on YouTube covers everything, because I won't believe you. You're not making enough on YouTube to cover everything, to cover yourself, Salah, your food. No, 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 no. No, not enough numbers to cover all that math. Nope. But you're right. Sometimes drama is attractive, you know, and that's why so many people were watching you back in the day. You were unpredictable. Nobody knew what you were going to do next. Nobody knew where you were going to pop up next. Is she going to be at Natters? Is she going to be at home? Is she going to be baked on the edibles? Nobody knew. It wasn't like the same thing all the time. Things were just popping off everywhere. It was nuts. It was almost too much. And then you built your channel on all of that high drama and high chaos. And then it just, it dropped all the way back down to nothing. And here you are. You got nothing else to offer.
Well, Map Voice saying the street name is pretty awesome. All of the street names are like 5 million years long here. That's funny with the GPS. Hey, cutie. I seen you bought chocolate chips. You make some awesome cookies too, Teardrop? Yeah, chocolate chip cookies are just so, especially warm out of the oven with...
Boy, she's... This is why you can't talk about food with Foodie. Because when you're talking about food, you're thinking about food. In your mind, like you're remembering a warm chocolate chip cookie, fresh out of the oven, the way it smells. That moment you break the cookie in half and you can see the melted chocolate chips and how that tastes in your mouth. Like that's the thought process that goes on with a food addict. You're thinking about the food, you're visualizing it, you're almost tasting it in your mouth, and you want it. You want it. That's why you can't talk about food with her.
Cold milk. Thanks, Mad Cow Watcher. All right, let's go. The cats are probably hungry. Do you chill them before you bake? No, should I?
Beezers, are you picking up on something? If not, let me point it out to you. She's supposed to be some kind of animal lover, but she's not going out voluntarily to feed the cats. The time that she has fed the cats, what happened? What happened? She made sure to feed herself before she fed the cats, like going out for a meal and then an ice cream, and then she fed the cats a little bit of food. It's a whatever gesture. Like she should be getting her butt up and going to feed the cats. You guys have to practically push her out the door to make it happen, even though you gave her money and you paid for the food. Even though part of the money went for feeding her as well. You have to prod and poke at her to get her up to do what she promised. That is the Foodie way.
I gave Pizza a hard time over the Ashley thing. I hope you're proud. What did he say? Did he admit it? Yes, that's right. I know you love dark chocolate. Yeah. These were the only ones I could find, but they're good.
Why are they sitting on your desk? Why are they not in the kitchen? They should be in the kitchen away from you. because y'all know the rule I told you about, food addiction. If you can reach out and touch it, it's too close. If you can go to the kitchen and get it, it's too close. She's sitting there looking at those chocolate chips. You're looking at the food. You're thinking about the chocolate. She loves her carbs. She loves her sugar. Like, it's almost like she's got food aggression and like, I got to keep the food near me. God forbid if it's across the room in the kitchen. I got to have it right here. Put the food away, Foodie.
I love dark chocolate too. Yalla. Yeah, we're going to go. Got to make sure I have everything. What do I need? I don't need this. I'm going to get set up before I go out. I have a spoon. I don't know why. Don't say it like that. Muddy Buddy? Never heard of that. Yeah, it was a long time ago, the crush. Hey, Aaron Blue. Bill. But he kept, like, that's like the cultural difference. Like, I don't know. Like, I still let him talk to females now. That would never fly now. Like, I would never let him have, like, a girlfriend. And I can't have guy friends. But, well.
Yeah, she was controlling. When Pete and Chantal lived at the villa, their relationship had long been over. They were just friends. They were just exes who lived as friends, like roommates. And even still, even though his name was on the lease, she forbade him from bringing anybody over, even though she brought Nads over more than once. And her name wasn't on the lease. Like, she was still being controlling over someone that she didn't have a relationship with. She was still calling the shots with Pete's. And that is completely messed up.
I don't know. It's different with Pete's. His grandfather did. Hey, YouTube. What about gaming? I don't know. I don't really care, I guess. Imagine if Pete's got with that cute goth girl instead.
Yeah, imagine. Again, sliding doors. What if he had? Where would he be? How would he feel if he hadn't stuck with you? It seems to me, Foodie, that every time you get with a guy and when they're away from you, they do a lot better. They're a lot happier. When you were with BB and bringing him on camera, he wasn't a happy man. He had that dead look in the eyes of, get me out of here. He didn't want to be on YouTube, but you kind of pushed him to be on YouTube. But the moment the two of you broke up and he had some time to himself and you basically went over there to make Nads jealous, he looked a lot happier and a lot more at peace. It seems that you're an abusive person. At the moment somebody gets away from you and they've had some healing time, their soul gets a lot lighter once the heaviness that is you gets away from them.
I don't know why. Maybe his life would have been worse just because she's actually, she wasn't really pretty. She was very plain and like
Chantal, God don't like ugly. How long has it been? It's been years. I'm sure this person, Ashley, doesn't even think about you. And they're not talking about you. And yet you're bringing this person up for a talking point. And you're talking badly about this person. You're sounding really petty, immature, and childish doing this right now. Like, the past is the past. Let it go. You're filled to the brim with jealousy and envy. You got that inside ugly. You could eat all the makeup in Sephora and it still would make you pretty inside. It still wouldn't fix that amount of ugly you got going on. There's outside ugly and then there's inside ugly. You got a lot of inside ugly you need to work on.
She was just very skinny.
And
so I was like really, really.
So you hating on somebody because they're skinny? So what? Leave her alone.
Bae, I love you, bae. Eh.
You hate on people if they're skinny. You hate on people if they're fat. You hate on people if they're older than you. You hate on people younger than you. You hate on people if they wear glasses. You hate on people with the sound of their voice. You hate on people if they're smokers, even though you smoke. You hate on people for any old reason. You're just a hateful woman.
Are you locking me out of the room so I don't eat your snacks? Look what I got you, babe. You better get them now before. Can I come give them to you before I eat one? Because I'm hungry. Can I have one? Ugly people deserve love too, foo-foo egg. Yeah, she wasn't pretty at all in the face, like whatsoever. She, very mousy. But she was skinny, so I was very insecure about that. Hey, psych ward lighting.
And it looks like not much has changed. Because here you are, almost 41 years old, and you're still insecure. You're still envious. You're still angry. That's a you problem. Like that insecurity and that jealousy and that envy bleeds over into possessiveness, controlling behaviors. Not healthy, toxic, poisonous.
Everything happens for a reason. Yes, exactly. Ellen! No way! Oh my gosh, thank you! Wow, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Kelly, you got one? Who else? Come out, wherever you are. Any haters we can call out for joining? I didn't say she was ugly. I just said she wasn't, anything.
You kind of did. You kind of did.
Special.
And, I've seen pictures of you when you were younger, Foodie. I wouldn't call you like grotesquely ugly, but you weren't exactly a, beauty queen. Nor was I, by the way. I wasn't. Still not. But that's okay. But here you are comparing looks here, so it makes you look ugly.
Because people were like, she's cute and blah, blah, blah. I was like, actually, she was very plain and Thank you, Rainy Shade Bees.
Well, beauty's in the eye of the beholder, but you fail to see beauty in anybody but yourself.
And actually, I don't care if people call me ugly, whatever. I used to do Twitch, but I don't follow through with it very long. Thank you, Ellen. The haters are pressed and bothered 24/7. I know.
No, we're not.
Yep. I can't imagine being friggin' mad like that all the time.
Who's mad? Nobody's mad. Am I mad? Do I look mad? What would I be mad about? What would I be mad about? Tell me. I'd love to know. What am I supposedly mad about? What's girl world mad about? We don't envy your life. We don't want to be you. There's nothing about you that is enviable. What are we mad about? Explain, please. You need to explain.
Frig. Eat a bowl of Cheerios. Thank you, Ellen. I really appreciate that. Helps a lot.
Oh, this question. Leonie says, if someone gifted you $10,000 right now, what would you do with it? What do you think? What do you think she'd do? What do you think she'd do? She would have a B moment of glory like no other. She would be ordering takeout for days and days and days until that money ran out. Like she'd be on a never-ending B moment for, let's see, how long would $10,000 last in that regard? Would that last about 3 weeks, maybe? I don't know, depending on what she bought and how often, but it would all go for food. It would all go for food.
You Miss Crazy Frog. I'm insecure about my skinny body because it looks like a bit like Amy Winehouse on a bad day. I'm sure, Vanessa, you're beautiful. But you have a point. Some people, like, it doesn't matter what your size is. There's a lot of thin women who are insecure about their bodies too. Yeah, you don't have to be fat to be insecure, for sure. But because thin is seen as more conventionally, is more of a conventional beauty standard, at least where I'm from, I was insecure about that. Especially I was a lot younger. Hey, peasant penguin. And I wasn't nearly the size I am now. Like, I was big, but not like this. So, yeah. But, like, why am I'm not allowed to say that I don't find somebody attractive? I didn't find her, like, she would probably be found attractive, I guess, because she's thin. But if you really think about it, like her face, she was very, very muted.
You know, Chantal, there are all kinds of things that make a person attractive. Not just their outside, but their inside too. A person can be beautiful inside, and that energy radiates out where they could be a kind, loving, thoughtful person, a loyal person, an honest person, and you feel that in their energy. I've never seen a picture of Ashley. It doesn't matter though. It's not my business, but there's all kinds of ways to be beautiful. Unfortunately, you don't possess any beauty. Sorry.
Nothing stuck out, you know? So, I don't know. But I was insecure about it. Yeah, I did. I know. I guess I did say she was cute. Yeah. I guess to everyone else, maybe, or to other people. I don't know.
Consider the fact that you were jealous and envious of Ashley, and you didn't like the fact that Pete liked her, had a crush on her. And so you didn't like that. So in your mind, mentally, you're going to put this woman down just for that reason.
But not really. Teardrop, Bears, well, Missy met everyone. Hey, Bay. Muslim matchmaking on Hulu. I like it because I'm learning more about Muslim culture. Do you wear a hijab? A hijab. Yeah, I wear a hijab. That's cool. Interesting. I want to watch that. I did say she was.
Look at this ridiculousness going on right now. Belle says, I still hate Ashley. Belle, do you know how stupid you sound? Think about what you just said. You don't know this person. You've never met this person. You've never talked to this person. So you're hating on a faceless stranger you've never met. You're hating them. Why? Because of the way that Foodie is describing her. And Foodie herself is confessing that she was envious of Ashley just because her body was smaller than Chantal's. So because of the rhetoric that Foodie is putting out, you're going to hate on somebody? You don't see how messed up that is? To have an emotion as strong as hate for a stranger that you've never even met? You need to check yourself.
It's cute. I still hate Ashley. Oh, just somebody teardrop from like the past that um before I met Pete, he liked her. And I was telling a story time about it. I'm not driving. We're just gonna go feed the cats around the building. So let's do that. I have my I don't need this and this. Okay. Let's bring this one. I'm gonna transfer you guys over. Yeah, I'm just gonna go downstairs.
Oh boy. This stupid Beezer. Peasant Penguin says, you're the boss lady of all these hater reaction channels, should bow down to you. Oh my God. How many employees do you have? Chantal, before this live chat started, did you pass out chapstick to several of your members, several of your chatters? Because they are really working overtime kissing your butt. I'm convinced that there is some Beezer chapstick that gets passed around to some of these people because they work hard to try to get in your good graces by sending the super chats like that, by snitching when the reaction channels are reacting to you when you're live. They work overtime just kissing up to you, just kissing that big butt of yours. Holy moly, macaroni and cheese. Boss lady of all the reaction channels, please. She ain't the boss lady of nothing. She's not even the boss lady over herself. She can't even control herself. How could she control other people? She can't. She's not the boss lady. She said to us long ago, I'm doing so well with Salah that I could quit, but she never quit. And she's promised several times, I'm done with YouTube. I hate doing live chats, and yet she keeps doing them. And yet it keeps happening. Ain't nobody bowing down to Foodie. None of us need to. She needs to owe us all a big thank you for making her content interesting. We work harder on her content than she does, by far. It takes a lot to keep her entertaining. We do that with commentary, by doing videos. You put some work into what we do. She don't even work on her content. Beezers. She don't even work on her stuff. She don't care. She cares about taking your money, getting them views, getting that Google AdSense money, but she does not care about the quality of content that she puts out. She's all about the non-tent versus the content. You hear me? Ain't nobody the boss of any of us. We were the ones carrying her on our backs during Crackhead Olympics when it got boring, when she was sitting at home getting greened out on 1,000 milligrams of edibles. We were the one carrying her. All of us. She owes us a thank you.
I love Stephen King. Yes. I'm blocking the negative people. Like Skyrim is annoying. And by the way, Pete's was public on my YouTube for many years, so it's a bit of a different situation, right? Peasant Penguin, you're the boss lady. All these hater reaction channels should bow down to you. How many employees do you have? I would never employ them, but yeah, they do a crappy job.
Excuse me? We do a crappy job. No, we don't. You do a crappy job. You're bad at your job. You should have been fired a long time ago. You don't even put in the work. What are you talking about?
Spacebar. Ew, she's eating pizza again? Meanwhile, they're like friggin' look like Slimer themselves.
Do we? Do we? Chantal, I've seen many of the reactors when they turn on their cameras. Attractive people. Normal people. What do you mean? What do you mean? And this isn't a fashion show. This isn't a couture week in Paris. It's not about looks. Nobody's claiming to be a fashion model. We're not walking down a catwalk. We're sitting down to do reactions. Looks ain't got nothing to do with it.
Thank you so much, Peasant Penguin. Hide the candy bar stash. Here you go. Yeah, people are going to ask about if it's true. Yeah. I don't know. Whatever. Okay. I got to get this stuff. Can you tell I don't feel like going outside? Cans of soda. What else do I need? You and me.
Okay, he's just going off to do something.
Like colas. Oh, thinner, yeah. Graveyard shift is good too. I love those.
Hold on a second. Wait a minute. Aw, poor Julia. Why is she sleeping next to the cat box? That bothers me. You know what? I'm just going to go on before I go off. I got some bad feelings about that. Poor baby. I am not getting a good feeling about her being right there.
Oh my God, lip crust. Why are you reading so deep into it? Like, what the fuck? I don't find her cute. But he obviously did, okay? So that's what I meant. Like, do I have to, like, only people who are obsessed to this level, I have to explain things like that, or else I look like a liar or a friggin', like, whatever. Like, get a life.
Somebody entered the chat under the handle Pizza's Crush Ashley saying, I heard you guys were talking crap about me. Love it.
Like, who cares?
Did she mute?
Like, it's so stupid. Or the door. Like, okay, you know what? If it's easier for you to think this, he doesn't love me. He's cheating on me. He has 3 wives and he wants kids and he's leaving me, okay? To go.
Boom, there it is. I was waiting for this part. She obviously watched the readings by Neo Tarot. The 2 that were posted, I believe it was yesterday, the one that Neo did on Foodie, and then the one on Salah, because all that stuff was talked about. Ooh, that rage is bubbling up inside. It's bubbling, bubbling. It's like a carbonated drink that you just shake up the can and you try to open it up and out. It's going to just spray all over you. She mad.
Go to Canada. All right? Happy? Now you can fuck off. Like, seriously. Jesus. Pete's crush, actually. Hey, Olga. If that makes you happier, you guys, think what you want. I go to the bathroom. 3 wives. 4. He's allowed 4, so he has 4. And he doesn't love me. I'm with him because I'm pathetic and I can't get anyone else. Okay? Happy now?
First bit of truth that I've heard from Foodie in a long time. That was bubbling beneath the surface, ready to come out. Come back, Foodie.
All right. Yalla. Oh, I forgot the car key. Game over. Yeah, right, Vanna? Glow Up Pro Max. Okay.
She looks mad. And people have commented about this on Twitter. I'm looking at her eyes right now. Hold on. Open your eyes, Chantal. Okay, like her eyes look very swollen. Like normally she has the big eye filter on, but her eyes look really swollen, like maybe she's been crying. And I don't think that eyeliner is helping. Her eyes look really, really tiny and swollen. Were you crying, Chantal? What happened?
Because they're still cheap. They're not that cheap here, actually. Remember when I got them for 95 fills? Aldi is the best.
She looks mad. That is that is the look of mad. You got the look, Foodie, the look of mad.
Oh, yeah.
Back it up, please.
Hold on.
She keeps getting up. What are you doing? And she's muting.
Downstairs, I'll put the thing close to my chest on the way down.
What?
Like, I'll give you the camera when we get downstairs. So I can,
Yeah.
yeah, okay.
Okay, I'm going to be straight with y'all. I was watching this from another reaction channel and just listening. Salah's energy, it's like he was ticked off. He was not happy to do this. Like there was no enthusiasm in his voice. Like, oh, we get to go out. It was more of like, okay, I guess we have to go out, even though it's really late. I don't want to do this, but if I don't do it, she's going to throw a temper tantrum, and I don't want to deal with that. He is so over this stuff. He's so over her. He's over of her bringing him on her channel, like bugging him. Babe, can you play Crazy Frog, babe? Babe, come on over and do this, babe. He's over it. He wants to cut the cord so bad. Chantal, just let it happen. What are you hanging on for? Go home. Just go home. Why are you insisting on hanging on to somebody that wants to be away from you? He's happiest when you're not around. He's so desperate for his own space that he's going to lock himself in a bedroom just to get away from you. And that's the same thing that Pete's did when the two of you lived together. He didn't want to be around you because you're unpleasant company. Let go.
Hey, guys. Hold on. I want to see a rat.
Okay, hold on a second. There's one part in here I want to point out. So we're going to go back to it. And this part has to do with her vision. Remember me talking about when she went to the beach and she saw 2 cups on the ground and she thought that was cats? That's concerning. It's about to happen again.
Maybe it's a bacala.
Hello, guys.
What's this? What is that? Is that a creature?
What?
Ew, what is that?
No, it's nothing.
It was moving.
No, it wasn't moving. See what I mean? Like I don't know what that was on the ground. It was kind of blurry, but it didn't look like anything was moving. And this woman wants to get in a car and drive in the dark with reader glasses on, and she can't really turn her head to the side, and she can't really move the steering wheel. Her vision is so bad that maybe she might have problems with her peripheral vision and maybe her front vision as well. Ma'am, don't drive. Don't hurt anybody. Don't chance hurting anybody. Your health is really bad. If you have a medical event while you're driving, that could lead into fatality and disaster for yourself or maybe somebody else. Don't do that. Don't go out alone in the dark and driving around for a burger. Just don't do it.
I want to see a rat.
Look beside you. You'll see a really big one.
The stand is broken.
Yeah. Hello.
And I call Salah a rat because he's living off of Chantal's cheese. He's just scurrying around looking for some cheese.
We should have put them behind cars. Maybe here. We have to shake the
Wait, what was that sound? Wait a minute. Can I please go back? What is going on there?
Okay. It's over here. Maybe it's a bacala.
Hello, guys.
What's this? What is that?
Is she dragging her feet? It sounds like she's dragging one of her feet. Like I keep hearing like a drag motion with one of her feet because I keep hearing like one of her feet sliding across the mud versus picking both her feet up. Is something going wrong with your foot, Foodie?
Is that a creature?
What?
Ew, what is that?
And notice what she's got on. She's got on her house slippers, which should be used strictly for the house. So she's wearing her house slippers out, and then she's going to wear them back upstairs and get mud and dirt all over the floor.
No, it's nothing.
Yeah, there's no. You guys saw it. There was nothing there.
It was moving.
No, it wasn't.
I want to see a rat.
The stand is broken.
Yeah.
Y'all hear it too? Like I hear her picking the one foot up and taking a step, but the other foot sounds like it's being like she's dragging it behind her a little bit. Yeah, that's definitely dragging the foot.
Oh.
She's dragging that one foot. She's not doing 2 full steps. She's dragging one foot.
We should have put them behind cars. Maybe here? We have to shake the food.
There's none.
Wait, stop there. No, the bag of food.
Look where Salah is. He doesn't even have the camera on Foodie. And look where he's at. He's walking ahead of her. He's not even keeping up with her, walking beside her. He's like walking. It's like he doesn't want to get close to her. He's way ahead of her. What is that dragging noise? She is dragging that foot. Let's go back. She is dragging that foot. Let me just slow it down. I just want to slow it down a little bit. Normal. How about we put it here?
Yeah.
Sorry about the slow-mo. I just want to see if she really is dragging her feet. And it's not because her shoes are too big for her feet. Sometimes if you are wearing a pair of shoes that are too big for your feet, you kind of like have to expand your foot so your foot can hold on to the shoe. But the shoes look like they're the correct size, so that can't be it. Yeah, she's definitely dragging that one foot.
Oh.
You guys hear that? The shh sound, dragging.
We should have put them behind cars.
Back it up, Salah.
Maybe here. We have to shake the food.
I just want to get the point where he turns the camera around to see how she's walking.
There's none.
Wait, stop there.
She's like, wait for me, you're walking too fast.
Oh, the bag of food.
Turn around, Salah. There we go. Come on. Okay, there we go. He's turning the camera around. Yeah, look, she's shuffling her feet. Like she's keeping her feet literally on the ground. She's not picking her feet up. Y'all see that? The way she's stepping? Back it up just a little bit. Thank you. Turn around. Yeah, like it's that 1 foot. It looks like this, or it looks it. What foot is that? That's the left foot. She's dragging her left foot a little bit behind her. Look. See? She's not walking normally. Like maybe she's got some nerve damage or something. Diabetic neuropathy, perhaps? I'm not sure. Only a doctor would know that.
Let's see what that's already got food.
Wait, I think I found one.
Okay, you know what, guys? I'm not going to show this part. Let me just save you guys the trouble of watching because I don't want to watch this and get angry. So she puts down like a little bit of food for well over a dozen cats. And she's just completely obnoxious with it. That's the part that you're missing. Like her just trying to get too close to the cats and not putting down a whole lot of food. Okay, so let's just get past that part, see if there's anything here. Oh, and him pinching her cheek. He just pinched her cheek. So what else we got here?
If you notice that morning,
Why do they keep going down to the pool room? The water is drained. It's not the cleanest area in the world. Why are we going down there?
You had snow? Yeah, my mom said that like there was about going to be like 50 centimeters.
She's out of breath. Y'all hear that? Like, she's out of breath just from a simple walk.
the pool is empty because it's winter, you know?
When do they fill it? April?
I think.
I mean, I'm sure at her size, like it takes a lot of effort just to do simple things like walking, but like it's things like that, Foodie, that should give you the incentive to get better. You know, like that should set off alarm bells in your mind of like, oh my God, I can't even take a simple walk without being out of breath. This ain't natural. I need to fix this, but you don't see it that way.
Think May.
I have asthma, yeah. I had a breathing test and they give you inhalants.
Water, babe.
Thanks, man. They give you inhalants to see if it helps, and it does.
You know what would help with your breathing? Losing some of the weight. So your body doesn't have to work so hard. So your heart doesn't have to pump so hard. Losing weight would make you feel better.
Here you go, hon. Hey, Happy Harry. Yeah, it's rainy here. Yeah. It looks like it rained.
What's going on, guys?
What's going on, guys?
Oh, she was throwing shade at him. What's going on, guys? Annoyed, very annoyed she is.
Howdy, y'all. What's up, everybody?
Handsome.
Thanks, babe. Beautiful.
Thank you.
The potato smile. So damn cute.
There.
How much did she pay to have you say that, Salah? Or are you waiting for your payment when she gets her YouTube check in about a week?
Yeah, son. Hey, Scarlett.
Damn, son. My baby boy.
Yes, my baby born. Ryu, is it possible to complain to property management of the common area facilities upkeep, even if winter should be presentable to family and friends? Thank you, Ryu. They do a pretty good job at upkeeping, but you know, this area is not, it's not like a glam area. The outside furniture gets worn down just like with the sand dust and stuff. So, but if we have complaints about our apartment and stuff, they do it like right away. They're very good. Yeah, thank you, Ryu.
Miss Ahmed, we wish him well soon.
You know what? I don't want to hear him. And this is almost over. So we'll just cut it off here. I don't want to hear from him. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this react. If you have, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. Thank you so much for being here. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Until then, take care of yourselves and each other. Bye.